guys, it's Hot or Not Thursday, and today we are talking all about Makeup Geek blushes. I have been dying to do this review. I knew they were coming out and I've been patiently or impatiently waiting because I really love the Makeup Geek eyeshadows and I was hoping the texture would be very similar. And it is. It's a very blendable, buildable type of a blush and they wear really well, like they wear for a very long time. If you've noticed, like in the past week in all of my videos, you guys have been commenting a lot saying what blush are you wearing, what blush are you wearing, what blush are you wearing, and it has all been Makeup Geek because I wanted to put a bunch of the colors to the test, see which ones I liked the most, which ones maybe didn't work out if there were any of those, and just give you guys a really good overview, hot or not, and let you know all of my thoughts. There are 12 blushes. You see that 3 are missing here, but I do have them in the singles because this product is available in the pans and in the singles. I prefer, actually I don't know what I prefer. I like them both. You do pay a little bit more for the individuals, which I think most people don't need a whole palette of blushes, so you might want to grab a couple of individuals versus all of this. But if your name is Tati and you're obsessed with makeup, then this might be your new best friend. This has been sitting on my vanity and just even looking at it, I just love it. I love it. I love all the colors. I like some more than others, but I think that the range and selection really gets it done without this overwhelming, like it's not overwhelming. There's only 13 shades, but there really is something for everyone. So that's really nice. There are different finishes. They're not all matte or shimmery. There are different finishes. My favorite out of the entire collection is Bliss, because it just looks really beautiful. Even the shades that are matte still leave this beautiful lifelike look to the skin. There is nothing chalky about these blushes whatsoever. You definitely want to build this one up, but for me personally, I like that because it gives me more control and can make everything look really airbrushed and beautiful and more natural than having just intense pigment right away. So I personally really like that. This is just my number one, love it. Another shade that I like that's very similar, but I prefer the more peachy tone of Bliss is Smitten. They're similar, but different. This is just something that's personal preference. I think for more fair or medium skin tones, you could wear either of these. I like that this one right here, Bliss, is a little more peach tone. It has a little more vibrancy to it, but Smitten is totally beautiful too. Great for fair skin. The shade Summer Fling is a straight up orangey coral. So if that is your thing, you will love this. It is beautiful. All the shades, once again, are very blendable. This is a little too intense for me. I feel like it's just not my thing, but it is a beautiful orange undertoned coral, peachy, corally shade. The shade Infatuation is a neutral shade that will look good on almost everyone. This is one of those blushes that you kind of look at in the pan and you're like, boring, I don't want that. I want something really pink or really rosy or really bright, lilac, coral, not just your basic kind of neutrally brown undertone blush. But this is magic on the skin. It looks very natural and it just kind of brings any look together. The shade Love Affair, totally gorgeous. This is a little more on the intense side. Once again, the two darker shades here, one is more coral, one is more straight pink rose. These are very intense. You still have a lot of control, but they do apply more intensely because they are darker and richer in pigment than the rest of the collection. But this shade actually is gorgeous on. It does not look clown-like. It does not look too intense or too in your face. It just blends out to this beautiful, rosy, almost like what you would get if you were out in winter time, like that real red kind of rosy undertone blush or flush to the face, and it is gorgeous. Spellbound is gorgeous. I'm wearing it right now. I love this. It is the most effortless blush. You put this on and immediately you look 10 times better. It just brings so much youthfulness to the skin. This is like your youth boosting blush. It's really gorgeous. I say the word gorgeous way too much. I need to find a new one. Nice, soft kind of health without being bronzy. It's just really, really nice. I do love this one a lot. One that I haven't tried on the face is Secret Admirer. I just think I would look weird in it. I don't know if I can pull off the whole lilac blush type of a thing, but if this works for you, then, you know, it is very blendable and soft, same type of texture as the rest of them, and I'm sure that it would look great if this is your color. What I like to place on top of some of the blushes, I haven't worn this on its own because it is a little strong in the shimmer department, is Romance. Now this is really pretty. It is so beautiful. You could use this as eyeshadow. A golden pinky peachy blush. It's kind of that blend of everything, a little bit like NARS's Orgasm, but more amped up with that gold going on in here. It's soft, it's not chunky, it's not glittery where you're actually going to see specks of glitter, but it definitely has more reflectiveness than a lot of the others. This shade, HoneyMoon, I use more like a highlight. I think most people would. You'd have to be pretty fair to have this show up as an actual blush, but it is another great layering tool. I sometimes like to take a matte blush and then not just on my highlight points, but actually on the apple of the cheek, take something with a little bit of shimmer in there like this one. As far as what I have going on in the individuals, I have the shade Hanky Panky, which this is one of those surprise shades that is not, it doesn't look like it would be overly bright, but it is very richly pigmented. It is that Barbie doll pink. It's really pretty. This is very cool undertones, so if you like that type of a rich pink, it's beautiful. These blushes remind me of Illamasqua and MAC blushes. Okay, this shade right here, Head Over Heels. This is another very cool toned pink. It is a lot softer and brighter than Hanky Panky, but you're still getting a lot of color payoff, and it does have a little bit of a sheen going on in there. And last but not least, we have the shade First Love. If I had to get rid of one, this would be it, just because for me and my skin tone, it's more like a highlight, but there's not enough shimmer in there to just use as a cheek highlight. It's just a little too fair. So that is my hot or not for Makeup Geek blushes. I definitely think they're hot. I think they are a great price. I think that you could sneak any one of these pans into a MAC container and no one would know the difference. You would totally think that this is high end. The wear on your cheek when you look in the mirror 5 hours later just says so. So I'm a big fan. Really, really well done. Good job, Marlena. I love these, and congratulations on your new launch. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and watching this week's Hot or Not. I will see you next time. Mwah.